Hello, my name is Dr. Helena Mercer, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you, the newest members of the family, to Aeterna, Enduring Solutions for Enduring Lives. Please take your seats as today's orientation is about to begin.
Hello everyone, my name is Evern and I am a representative of the HR department here at Aeterna. You just heard the voice of our esteemed and beloved CEO, Dr. Helena Mercer. Later in the presentation, we'll be learning more about Dr. Mercer. But for now, please open the packets you received upon arrival to page 2 so that we can go over the main points that will be covered in today's orientation. Today, we'll be giving you some background information on both Aeterna as a whole and the project most of you are here to work on, our shared sequence. As I mentioned earlier, we'll also learn a little bit more about our fearless leader, Dr. Helena Mercer. And then to finish off, we'll be going over some logistical and security information. Feel free to follow along in your packet and please save any questions for the end of the presentation. Hopefully, if you're here, you already know at least some of the background of Aeterna, but we like to go over the details of the company just to make sure that we're all on the same page. So, what is Aeterna? Aeterna is a population genomics research facility dedicated to studying the genetic makeup of diverse cultural and ethical backgrounds in order to better understand each other and ourselves. Founded in 1995 by Dr. Elizabeth Mercer, Aeterna has become the leading researcher in population genomics. After pioneering the sequencing syndicate, which led to fully sequencing the first human genome, Aeterna came under the direction of Elizabeth Mercer's daughter, Dr. Helena Mercer, who has committed the company to discovering further what our roots can teach us through our shared sequence. Here at Aeterna, our mission is to improve and empower the human experience by studying the human genome to better understand our roots. Most of you in this room have been hired to assist Aeterna as we begin work on our latest undertaking, our shared sequence. Our shared sequence aims to collect, sequence, annotate, and decipher 1 million different human genomes from volunteer donors. This project would be impossible to complete without each and every one of you, so I want to take a moment and thank you all for your service to the company in making our collective goals a reality. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our shared sequence was created by our CEO, Dr. Helena Mercer. Dr. Mercer received her PhD from the University of Cambridge. After an illustrious career, she became the principal researcher for Aeterna in 2010 and transitioned to CEO in 2015. In her spare time, Dr. Mercer enjoys grabbing a coffee and going for a walk on the Brooklyn Heights Promenade. You might see Dr. Helena Mercer in and out of the labs occasionally, but she is most often working on the restricted floors, levels 26 through 29. Speaking of the restricted floors, let's move on to the logistics and security portion of the presentation. Aeterna is located in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and is accessible by the F train at York Street, the AC trains at High Street, or the Dumbo-Fulton Ferry. Aeterna has 29 floors, but you will only have access to your designated research area, located somewhere on levels 3 through 25, as well as the company lounge and fitness center on level 2. As I mentioned earlier, and as indicated on the blueprint, levels 26 through 29 are restricted for private use. They are not accessible via the main elevators and for security reasons should not be entered at any time during your employment at Aeterna. Security is a top priority for us at Aeterna as we take the responsibility of handling our DNA samples with the utmost importance. In that vein, each of you have been required to undergo a thorough background check and obtain security clearance before signing your employment contracts with Aeterna. While you are employed here, you will be issued a company badge that will allow you access to the building. You will also need to present your government ID to security upon each visit. As I mentioned earlier, you will only have access to your designated research area, located somewhere between levels 3 and 25. You will be required to submit a full-body identity scan as security clearance each time you access your designated research area. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to once again stress the importance of security when handling DNA samples or other materials here at Aeterna. Entering a non-designated area or mishandling any Aeterna property constitutes a violation of your contract with Aeterna and will result in immediate termination. On that note, we'd like to thank you again for your service to the company, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Aeterna family.